What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Dolphin Chronicles. Season 2, Episode 4. I'm joined today by Mark, like the ultimate pinch hitter, and, of course, our super producer, Byron, down there in the corner of the screen. Just don't mind him. He's just there for looks. All right. But, guys, I'm excited. Thank you again for...
Harris.
What's that?
Marcus Lenny Harris.
Yeah. He's ultimate pinch hitter, bro. Harold Baines, if you will. Anyways, we are here. I'm still processing things. I'm definitely not as upset as I was yesterday, the day prior. But here we are. Mark, how you feeling today, my man? How was your Tuesday?
It was good. Just another day at work, just going through the motions, not really upset or anything about the game on Sunday. Really didn't, doesn't sting anymore because it's kind of used to it.
Yeah, I know, right? This is like, it's like our bodies, our brains are almost wired already for the disappointment. So it kind of lingers for a little bit. You break a few remotes, maybe you punch a wall or two, throw some memorabilia, some merch in a fire. I may or may not have done that. I'm not speaking for anyone, but yeah, that's what happens. That's what we're used to. We're just Dolphin fans, since I can remember. We've kind of shit the bed. So here we are. Byron, I know you like to kind of hang out in the background, but how was your weekend, sir? How was your Monday? How was your Tuesday?
I am in the worst spot a fan can be. Apathy.
Oh wow. Okay. Is that like another segment that we're gonna cover later today?
Apathy? No. It's where, bro. It's where the Dolphins are. We still high, bro. Tua was high maybe that game, but
we're getting there. Sean, I love the excitement. I love it and the engagement. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna talk about Tua. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, I have apathy. Like I don't get high, I don't get low. It's whatever. Like I don't like. Okay, they lost. Whatever. Like
you're just indifferent
as a fan anymore.
For those of us who have a seventh, or not a master's degree from a prestigious university, he's basically saying he's indifferent, guys. Is what he's saying. Let's be honest. He's indifferent. He could care less. He could give a shit. He's just kind of going through the motions, like Mark said, right? That's what we do. But we're going to try to bring some excitement and some positivity and some good vibes to you guys on this episode, through our creativity and, of course, our super producer. Sean, those are all very great adjectives of what I was feeling Sunday into Monday and probably early on this morning as well. What's that?
Where are you in those steps?
Where am I in those steps? Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. I'm somewhere probably between depression and acceptance. I'll be very honest. You know me, I don't sugarcoat stuff, right? That's where I'm at. I think that's where I'm at. Right between depression and acceptance. But anywho, let's get to our first topic, the week 1 scoreboard.
The Dolphin Chronicles scoreboard.
All right, let's run through these real quick. In an offensive showdown, Stafford and the Rams defeat the Texans 14-8. Stafford did reach, 60,000 passing yards?
Yeah, it says 14-9 though. I know you can't really see, but I'll help you.
Oh, 14-9. Sorry, I'm 41, guys. My vision is compromised. So congratulations to Matt Stafford. I'm actually in his hometown, guys, right now. Full disclosure, like walking distance from where he played baseball at Highland Park, okay, in Dallas, Texas. Seahawks. 49ers squeak out a victory 17-13 on a Brock Purdy prayer, but they lose George Kittle in the process, and their kicker got shit canned today. So Eddie Pinheiro is now the kicker for the 49ers, FYI, in case you missed it. In an old-fashioned NFC South shootout, Baker and the Bucks prevailed 23-20, but I really like Michael Penix Jr. I like that young man. I think I'm going to pick him up, and I'm going to drop Drake May from fantasy purposes. Okay, you want to do this page, Mark? Go ahead.
In an NFC North battle. No, is it North? No, West?
Yes,
I don't know.
it is. NFC North. You got it.
North. Yeah, I'm right. I'm right. Packers at home against the Lions team, who's getting a lot of talk, coming off a good season last year.
They're supposed to regress.
Yeah. There was some regression there, and you can see it. The Packers took advantage, and they win by 14. And you get the Jaguars
in Micah's debut.
Yeah. He gets a sack on his Green Bay debut. Then we move down to the Jaguars and the Panthers. A team in Trevor Lawrence leads, rebounding from last year against a Panthers team that kind of finished pretty decent in terms of
you saw some growth from Bryce Young, absolutely.
Yeah, but Jaguars Etienne looked like the Etienne of old. Travis Hunter made a couple nice plays on offense. Brian Thomas Jr., another weapon that they have. So this Jaguars team, was solid in this win. And then the Commanders really just handled the Giants. I expect that Commanders team to really be a force in the NFC. Giants, looking to Jackson Dart, possibly to start next game. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh wow! Already moving on from Russell Wilson, huh?
There's rumblings in there. There's going to be rumblings.
Hey, Jackson does bring some excitement for sure.
Today he announced it's going to be Russ.
Okay, cool. So Jackson Dart will have to wait another week, but he is exciting to watch. I got to give the young man props. He looked great in the preseason, and really he's got the support of his teammates. All right, Steelers and Jets. Aaron Rodgers looked like freaking MVP. Aaron Rodgers throwing for 4 tutties. Steelers 34, Jets 32. Chris Boswell nailed a 60-yarder with a little over a minute left to win it for the Steelers.
Did you see the front page? Did you see the front page?
Did I see the front page of what?
The New York publications?
Yeah, because I get that on a regular basis. I get it to my doorstep. Of course, I didn't see the front page.
The front page said, "Oh, so now he can play."
Yeah. He was really happy walking off of that field, basically flipping off the Jets fans. Anyways, Kyler Murray looked like a freaking 12-year-old rolling into the game. I don't know if you saw his outfit. It was terrible. Oh, yeah. I don't know who dresses this kid. Maybe his mom still does. But anyways, 20-13, the Cardinals over the Saints. Jesus, why? Why do I get this one? Impossibly the worst week one. Not possibly the worst week one performance, hands down. The Dolphins laid an egg. I don't even think they got out of the hotel room or got out of the bus or got off the plane. Nothing. 33-8. Daniel Jones looks like Peyton Manning and Dan Marino combined. Scored on all 7 drives, 33-8 in a most embarrassing lopsided loss for the Miami Dolphins. Our Miami Dolphins. They're still ours. It sucks, but whatever. Next. All right. Ooh. Mark, go ahead.
Our next opponent, Patriots, Drake May struggled in this game. Credit to the Raiders. Geno Smith played a pretty good game. Brock Bowers is a specimen out there. Jacoby Myers complemented well in this new Raiders.
Yeah, but Bowers may be dealing with an injury. Looks like he left with a.
He's day to day. He's day to day. So we'll see. Raiders up a touch. They win by a touchdown on this one, and then AFC North. A battle that should have been a battle. I don't know how good the Bengals are. Their defense isn't. I don't know what to make of the Bengals. The Browns held in there.
Yeah. Bengals. You know what I can say about that game? That my first fucking pick in the draft, Jamar Chase, had like 2 receptions.
Yeah, but this is like a typical Browns-Bengals game at times. Like this happens more than once.
Dude, the Bengals are supposed to score like 44 points in order to win because their defense is ass. Apparently, 17 will do the trick against the Browns. The dog pound.
And then you get, the Chargers and Chiefs out in Brazil. Really, really impressed with how that Chargers team looked. I mean, Justin Herbert, really, really precise on all cylinders out there. They're going to be a good team this year.
Yeah, definitely. I was really impressed. I would agree, Mark. Don't look now, but the Chiefs are dead last in the AFC West, guys. But the Chargers did look fantastic in Sao Paulo. Okay, we go on to the Cowboys and the Eagles, all right? The Eagles, the defending champs, squeaked by. The Cowboys scored more than I thought they would, but Eagles, nothing to write home about in that game. 24-20. It was a fucking snooze fest, if you ask me. Ravens and Bills, possibly the freaking game, between the Vikings and the Bears last night and this one. This is a fantastic game, back and forth. Defense was optional. Ravens secondary was asleep. But Josh Allen doing what Josh Allen does, finding ways to win. It's regardless of who they put around him, this guy finds a way to win. Matt Prater off the fucking couch kicked a game-winning field goal. He's a 41-year-old guy. Look at me, 41 years old and doing a podcast from my wife's car, and Matt Prater's kicking game-winning field goals. Good for Matt. Titans 12. Hey, wait, I didn't get to that one, bro. Cam Ward in his debut. His receivers didn't help him worth a damn. Calvin Ridley dropped a potential first down, a catch that could have potentially tied the game late, but the Broncos prevail 20-12.
And I get the Monday night game. And
the Monday night game, J.J. McCarthy.
It looked like the Bears were going to run away with it in the beginning. J.J. McCarthy really struggling. The Bears blitzing, really causing havoc on defense. And then the Bears stopped playing football for the fourth quarter. Negative yards. Had the ball twice. But J.J. McCarthy made plays, finding Justin Jefferson for a touchdown and scrambling for one of his own. Really stepped up in that fourth quarter, lead Minnesota to a victory. Yeah.
Hey, one thing we can say about that kid is he is a winner. I think his record is like 62-3 as a starter. Of course, high school and college, is part of that. But man, you got to feel good for the young man who grew up a Bears fan. They showed a picture of him in an Urlacher jersey. What a cool story, man. You got to love it for J.J. McCarthy. That is a well-coached team. And 14 wins last year, moving on from Sam Darnold and what a lot of people thought was a surprise. And here comes J.J. McCarthy, and in his first freaking game under the lights, threw a pick six and still managed to kind of rally the troops and score in the fourth quarter and bring them all the way back. Impressive. Good job, young man. All right, so coming up next, we got the welcome to Tennessee, Cam Ward. I'm so sorry. He looks very defeated at the end there. Let's do the game analysis. I can't hold that face very long.
Game analysis. Give me just one moment.
Game analysis. Not much to analyze other than we got our asses handed to us.
The Dolphin Chronicles Game Analysis.
Hey, we can really like move on pretty quickly from this segment because I'm gonna be frank. There's not much to analyze. We were terrible on both sides of the ball. I gotta give credit to the defense a little bit because it felt like they were on the field for a lot. So for them to kind of hold the Colts to 3 points, that freaking potent Colts offense, hold them to 3 points on some of those drives was a gift, really. We were in that game longer than we were supposed to be in that game. All I can say is, nobody had I don't think anybody's done for the season, so there were no season injuries, right? I think James Daniels got a pec issue. There's an ankle injury for Storm Duck. Don't ever say that again, Sean. Zach Wilson is never going to be our best QB. I could go out there and look better than fucking Zach Wilson. Now, his mom is another story. But, and we converted with Ollie Gordon on a 3rd and short. Those are the only positives that I have from that game. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. No,
wait,
I'm wrong. I'm right.
Part?
What do you mean about which part?
About his mom?
No, bro, about the game analysis that we converted on 3rd and short. So that was promising.
Bro, you caught me Googling this guy's mom.
Bro, yeah, this guy's mom is tremenda MILF, bro.
Oh, boy.
MILF Hunter. Oh, my God.
You see, that's what he comes up as, right?
He does. Hold on.
Anyways, while our producer in the back there is doing some Tony Reale shit and Googling Zach Wilson's mom, game analysis, Mark, what are your thoughts?
honestly.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Honesty, it's the best policy.
I mean, you might as well just start at the top with the head coach and Tua. This guy was outcoached again. No readiness, no preparedness for the game as per usual.
Zero.
Tua was terrible, flat out. Missing throws, missing reads, and it's true what people say. He's a one read guy. If that first read isn't there, it's happy feet in the pocket, and he's getting sacked because there's no escapability. There's nothing outside the pocket. There's no creativity outside. There's no there's nothing really. If our gimmick playbook is dialed to one read, and if that one read isn't there, it's gone. So we start at the top with Tua. I mean, 3 turnovers. They were all on him. I mean, 114 yards against the
touchdown shouldn't even be credited to him because that was all Achane. On a 4th and goal from the 10, freaking swing play to the running back.
Yeah. So that, I mean, it was just miserable from top to bottom. There's no preparedness to play from this team. There's no urgency. It was just a poor performance overall. It was the worst performance I had seen in week 1 by far.
Definitely.
Like there's no other team. Like I understand the Giants scored 6 points or Houston scored 9, but by far this was the worst the team had looked in week 1, and it's telling for what's to come this season.
Yeah, Mark, I agree 100%. I mean, there's so many things that we could talk about here. We could go off on a tangent. We could debate as to how hot Mike McDaniel's seat is. Very hot. You mentioned a very good.
About Zach Wilson's mom again.
Say it again.
I thought you were going to talk about Lisa Wilson again. Sorry.
No, I mean, speaking of hot, Mike McDaniel and his seat. It's got to be the hottest seat in the league right now. No questions asked. I can't think of a coach right now who's in a hotter seat.
No.
Hey, no, that's a terrible picture. What? She looks like she's going like freaking Pilates or something. What is this?
I mean, look, and we also raved about the defense in the preseason. The front 7 didn't do anything.
We did, and outside of maybe a couple plays by Bradley Chubb, and it's concerning to hear what Bradley Chubb had to say about the defense. Byron, I don't know if you have that tweet pulled up, but Bradley Chubb basically saying that the defense was fucking winging it out there. Guys were kind of doing their own thing on the fly. Hey, I'm very high on Anthony Weaver, but you mentioned it, Mark, when you first spoke. This is on the coaching staff. This is terrible. It's not just about execution and what happens on the field and the play and the personnel. It's just on the coaching staff. Hey, we got another cool Netflix series under the sun, but we came completely unprepared to this game. Defense was the front 7 was nowhere to be found. I didn't hear Kenneth Grant's name called all day. I don't think I heard Zeeler's name called all day. Okay, but who recovered a fumble for the Colts? Wasn't it X? Wasn't it Xavier Howard?
Who what?
That recovered that Tua fumble?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is a guy that obviously knew what was going to happen, right? Because he said it. He said it in some post-game interviews. You take away the middle of the field and you take away that first read, and they're done for. And that's exactly what happened. And it's like same shit, different day. I've said it before and I'll say it again. And he just doesn't possess that it factor that you have to have as a quarterback now, and that's escapability. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have off-script plays. That is not Tua Tagovailoa. And I'm sorry, but I'm off that Tua train already. I really am. I even went as far as apologizing, okay, to some of the people that were not on the Tua train from the rip. Okay, and we kept criticizing them. Maybe not just me, but a lot of also Dolphins fans and a lot of the Twitter Dolphin fans were criticizing this one guy. I'm talking about TD Finn's talk. Okay, I don't know if you watch his show or not.
Whoa. Hold on.
Let me finish. I may not agree with everything he says, but he has not been a Tua fan since day one, and now it's coming to the surface, guys. And nobody wants to freaking deal with it. That we're stuck with this guy, and with this guy, we ain't going anywhere. So
hold on, though. There's a big difference and a big distinction that needs to be made. There's accurate, informative, logical analysis,
Mhm.
and then there's a broken clock being right twice a day. There's a big difference. Credit to him, he had it from the beginning. But the reasoning why he's a Tua, not a Tua supporter, is complete asinine. And to be frank, the analysis is ass. Was he right? Yes. Credit to him.
Okay, that's all I said. I didn't say he was Dan Orlovsky or Brian Baldinger breaking down tape. I just said, hey, this is a guy that was selling us from the rip. He's not it. He's not it. Maybe it was a hunch. Maybe it was something that he saw. Whatever. I don't really know him from the next guy, but I did have to apologize to him because this is one guy that I blocked. I blocked because I was tired of him saying Tua sucks, and I was like, no, he doesn't. He doesn't suck. We just gotta give him some offensive line help, which we still do. But even when we do, I just, I don't know. This is not it. It's not it. And I don't want to get too much into it. We have a lot of segments to go into, but I just want to throw that out there. I apologized to that dude, and he was nice and courteous, and he said, hey, respect, and I respect him. So it is what it is. I'm off that freaking Tua. I'm off that Tua train. And nobody's bringing me back on it.
What about this question?
Will we trade down in 2020, knowing what we know now? That's a great question, Sean. I'm going to defer to Mark and Byron on that one.
What do you think, Mark?
I don't think they trade down. I think they still would have taken Tua, because everyone was clamoring for this franchise quarterback to come through, and initial film is what they saw at Bama.
Right. Look, and we can't. I can't knock that now, knowing what we knew back then. You're right, Mark. It's tough.
If he's asking if I would trade down, knowing what I know, yeah. No, now knowing what I know, yes, but this was not the same quarterback coming out of Bama. This quarterback was one of the top. It was a top guy.
Mark, I'm glad you said that.
Teddy, before we move forward, Teddy, I don't think.
I'm sorry, Mark, if I cut you off, but go ahead and finish. Good. I'm just saying, I'm glad you said that.
No, you're good. You're good. You're fine.
Okay, so I do have the Bradley Chubb.
Teddy, I don't think the season's over, man. That's it's just week 1. That's why people call it overreaction Monday, or in our case, overreaction Tuesday, whatever. I don't feel I'm overreacting about our QB situation. I think we're honestly fucked there, to be quite frank, because everything has to be perfect in order for us to succeed with Tua under center. But I don't think the season is over. Ask me after week 2. We'll see how this team rebounds. A lot is gonna. They're gonna tell me a lot in this game against New England, because we know that Mike Vrabel is going to come prepared, and we know that team's going to come out hungry because there were some high expectations for New England.
And I'm sure Sean here is referring to Jalen Hurts.
There was also Mac Jones was in that quarterback room too.
Stop. Mac Jones should be a barista at Starbucks. He is not an NFL
Hey, but there's people saying that Tua should be fucking making sandwiches at Publix. But
both can be true.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about this. Some interest in this. So here are 2 Q&As from Bradley Chubb's quote sheet. In the simplest terms, what do you think happened today, given that almost nothing worked? Trying to make our own thing up and not playing team football. At the end of the day, that's what we watched the film for. That's where we sit back and learn, see what we did wrong, and correct it come next week. We'll see. Tua had something to say about film work too on Tuesday after he got a little upset at the presser that they questioned him about his turnovers. There's not a lot of film on Daniel Jones in this team. Okay, I'll give him that. Did it feel like everything was brand new out there? No, not necessarily. It did a lot of the same things we thought would happen. Like I said, us making up our own stuff and us players on the field making things up and not communicating as well as we could have. At the end of the day, it's about learning from it, building from it, and on to next week. I agree. You can't dwell on it too much, but that's disturbing. That's disturbing to have someone like that say that, considering the leaders that you have on defense, right? The Bradley Chubb. Huh?
Why is it disturbing to you?
Because why the fuck are you making shit up? You have a top 10 defense from last year, an Anthony Weaver who's well respected. So why are you making shit up as a fucking player on the field? Why don't you just trust your fucking teammates? right?
Well,
Isn't that the new culture? Hey, it's different now. It's a we're tighter. It's we all get along and we're all attending meetings and whatever the fuck that they claim that is happening and under the sun, right? In the Netflix episode, and then you put that shit on the field. Come on,
but
bro.
I'll ask you and Mark this question. How you said Weaver is well respected. How much are they respecting him if they don't trust his coaching enough to make shit up?
Well, that begs the question. I mean, I thought they trusted this guy Anthony Weaver. I thought he came in last year. I think he did a fantastic job. Okay, with the team that we had. Now we're healthier, right? We have guys like Phillips and Chubb and Willie Gay, who, by the way, didn't play a fucking snap against the Colts. Make it make sense, okay? And then you're telling me that the guys are making shit up on the fly? That's ridiculous. That's almost nonsense. So I forgot to mention we brought in a freaking veteran in the secondary in Minkah Fitzpatrick, okay? And you're telling me that the guys are making shit up? I don't know. That's disturbing to me. I don't know who to attribute it to, right? I mean, yeah, possibly Anthony Weaver and the coaching staff. Are they fucking off too much in practice and dancing and eating shit instead of freaking, doing what they're supposed to be doing? I don't know. Or is this a fluke? Is it an anomaly? Anomaly. Well, fuck, I can't say that word. Anomaly. There we go. Yeah, that's you can put that on the blooper reel.
Is this going to be another coach that's not respected all of a sudden, and that's going to be
right.
stepped over by the players?
Or does it stem? Or does it stem from the hang?
Because if that's the thing, like it becomes simply a locker room problem from top to bottom. Like it just becomes an organizational problem. It's no longer a coaching thing. It's institutional. It starts from the very, very top, from the ownership down. If this is another coach that that's not being respected, or that's being, because you're gonna let another. I mean, McDaniel, I can understand because he's just gimmicky as all hell, and he does it for the cameras, and I don't like the vibe. But then Anthony Weaver, who is being looked at for multiple head coaching positions now.
Right, that's not the vibe that I get from Anthony Weaver. So is Anthony Weaver also pissed off at the bullshit that's going on with Mike McDaniel and the team not respecting Mike McDaniel? Because, like you said, I'm done with the gimmicky bullshit, bro. The freaking pressers and the guy is for fantasy purposes. He could have all the touches or none of the touches, and then bullshitting about the fucking injuries. I'm done with Mike McDaniel, bro. If they fucking shit can him tomorrow, I would not care.
So I'm gonna go back to Mark's point about Tua, right? And look at this. I just want you to look at Tua and the throw.
Think about Loa trying to make up for
Look
it.
at that.
Fires for the end zone. Touchdown!
Right?
Alabama wins.
That's not the same quarterback we've seen.
It's not. Remember, that's before a hip injury. That's before the hip injury that he suffered.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to get to. Everyone, you have to understand.
Right, that's the tape that they went off of, right? When we were done.
Right, that's the quarterback they're drafting. Right, that's the quarterback they're drafting. Yes, everyone agrees that Greer needs to go.
Yeah, that's the consensus. I agree, Sean. Like Mark said, it's in the meat and potatoes. It's organizational right now. It's institutional.
As far as this, again, I showed you that video because that's the quarterback they were drafting. Tua has never been the same since that hip injury.
I would argue that too.
It's unfortunate, but it's such a Miami thing to happen.
Yep.
And I mean, it's just really frustrating because they signed them to the money, to the deal.
Yes.
And every top quarterback is locked up. So at this point, if you want to tank, you tank it and you blow it all up. And but if you're gonna do that, it starts from the top down.
Okay, but who are you tanking for?
I know that. I'm saying if you were to, like,
right? No, I know. If you were to tank, who would you? In your opinion,
names come to mind?
I don't know. Obviously, a Lenore Sellers from South Carolina.
He's not. I don't know if he's this year. He may be next year.
I think he may be next year. Right? There's the kid. There's Nussmeier, the kid out of LSU, which I'm not too high on anyways.
Archie, then they're
Yeah, Klubnik,
The
Archie,
college
but
guys
Archie
are
looked
gonna
like
have the
ass
college guys.
against an NFL defense that Matt Patricia's defense. Remember Matt Patricia, NFL and a former NFL guy. He's who led that Ohio State defense. So
Matt
Arch Manning
Patricia's
looked
an
like
Ohio
ass.
State?
But Steve Sarkisian did not dial up the playbook to open it up. It was a lot of sideways, backwards throws, and
Sure,
he
I
did miss
agree.
throws.
A lot of
He
McDaniel
missed
shit.
throws. He missed throws.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
the guy from Indiana, Mendoza, is a name to keep an eye on. Dante Moore in a year or two is another name at Oregon.
Mark, is the Mendoza height strictly off of the tape from last season?
He's had a pretty decent career at Cal. He's mobile. He's big. He's pretty smart. I mean, he's playing in the Big Ten this year. He's at Indiana, so there's gonna be a lot of the defense is gonna get better. So it's just
Right. He's gonna face stiffer competition for sure.
I mean, then you got the guy at Illinois, Luke Altmaier. So there's a couple names. It just depends on how these guys do in college, really, what they do and what ends up happening and what route these guys want to take in terms of the Dolphins, what they want to do.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I do have a couple of news and notes. James Daniels, he has a pectoral injury. He officially got placed on IR today. So
that's at least 5 games, right? 4.
4.
Yeah.
We spoke on the Xavier Howard remarks. We talked about the Bradley Chubb remarks. Something that I found interesting was the inactivation of Kendall Lamb. I wanted your guys' thoughts on that.
Puzzling.
Sure.
But it really wasn't anything of a game changer.
I don't believe the hype. I saw him play Saturday.
Lagway. I mean, he's got another stiff test against LSU, right? No.
Yes.
LSU, yeah.
He's got
LSU.
He's got 2 big tests coming up.
Yeah. So we'll see.
He's got a lot of big tests. He's got they have the 6th hardest strength of schedule.
And I'll tell you what, I'm not 100% sold on Lenore's Sellers either as South Carolina. I mean, you certainly like the tools that are there, right? Because that's a prototypical successful NFL quarterback right now, a mobile one with a strong arm, big build, right? But I don't know. We'll have to see, and what more tests do you need than being in the SEC and facing the competition that you face? So we'll see when he faces another team outside of South Carolina State.
So,
Mike, you were saying.
I mean, back to Kendall Lamb. I don't think it was a make or break anything of this game. I just puzzled why he was inactive.
Well, okay, so I'll tell you why I asked the question. Given that James Daniels got hurt, wouldn't it have helped to have someone like Kendall Lamb to step in, even if
instead of Keon Smith?
Yes, he's
definitely.
He stepped in for Austin, right? For a little bit.
Oh yeah, for Austin Jackson. Yeah, I think you're right. So, Austin's been pretty much injured all camp and all preseason. So, again, frustration with injuries along the offensive line. And our left side that was supposedly dominant. I didn't see that. I didn't see that this game either. Our rookie guard out of Arizona and Patrick Paul. Patrick Paul had his moments, but Savanea, for the most part, he got manhandled.
Okay.
From what I can recall.
I mean, this is going to be another rotating O-line situation. I feel like at times if these injuries keep piling up, it's just going to be revolving door of who's in and who's out.
But again, we were more worried about it than they were. Remember?
What do you guys think the result in the Patriots game is going to be? And what do you need to see from Tua? Forget about the career. What do you need to see from Tua to not have the sky is falling feeling?
Bro, I need to have some accountability from Tua. I need to see him fired up in a fucking huddle. Okay, I need to see him fired up after a first down, Okay, I need to see him making smart decisions. I don't need to see him fucking laughing off and comiendo pinga on the sidelines after 3 turnovers. That's what I need to see from Tua right now, because that's the leader in your locker room. That is your dog, supposedly. Okay, and Tyreek Hill, I need to see the same fire from Tua that I saw out of Tyreek Hill when he was frustrated with the team. In that clip that you see of Tyreek Hill freaking mouthing off to his teammates. That's what I need to see.
Hold on, because I'm going to get back to Tyreek Hill. But, Mark, your thoughts?
Before I see anything from Tua or what I need to see from that game, I need to see something from McDaniel. And I'm not really hopeful on that, solely because Mike Vrabel has his number the last 2 seasons.
Definitely. Yeah.
And
he kicked their ass with Tennessee.
And there's Stephon Diggs on that team. We have no corners who I am worthy of putting in front of him. They have a two-headed running back, backfield with Henderson and Stevenson. So
TreVeyon Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson. Yeah, that's a formidable duo.
The key to that game is if Drake May is on his game and hitting his throws, hitting his receivers, and they're playing. We're not going to win that game. I just don't have any confidence in us right now. I mean, it's going to be a pick'em game for sure. Vegas is going to be a 1-point spread. Just pick them. And Vrabel
I think the Dolphins are the early favorites. If I'm not mistaken.
It's going to be how are we going to be prepared for this game? It always has. I always will start. I understand that the player is bad or the player can.
This is the home opener, right? We're not going to Gillette, right?
No. We're playing here.
We're playing. Okay, it's a home opener, so there should be some sort of excitement and motivation from the team. You shouldn't have to beg. Yeah, I agree, Teddy. Definitely starts with the coach. We talked about that. I'm done with Mike McDaniel. I'm still on board with Anthony Weaver. We shall see. But yeah,
look, I'm going to give you one example in terms of McDaniel and the turnaround of a program or organization. Should I say the Broncos, when we put up 70 on them, had Russell Wilson. They drafted Bo Nix. Sean Payton got his guy. He changed the offense to what Bo Nix wants to run or what he wants to run Bo Nix. And their defense is a top 5 defense in the league with the best cornerback in the league. And they have a legit O-line and a legit D-line.
I'll see your Broncos. I'll see your Broncos and raise you Commanders.
Once again, another head coach
they're about even.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Offensive mastermind Dan Quinn is a very good defensive
coach. Dan Quinn is excellent, and they got a mobile quarterback, and a quarterback that can make plays off script. Jaden Daniels.
They hit on proven guys. They hit on proven coaches, not someone who is a run game coordinator. Who, the playbook was great the first 2 seasons. Once it caught up to him, and once the first reads were out the door,
he's failed to innovate.
There's no adjustments. There's no in-game adjustments. I feel like I'm talking about Inter Miami. I feel like it's the same thing. There's nothing from McDaniel the last 2 seasons, and why should I be expecting that to change when you have your next game's at home, then following Sunday's game you're playing Thursday night at Buffalo? I mean, this team might start 0-3. I would not be surprised.
Yeah. So, do you think that Mike McDaniel got his green spiral notebook taken away from him after the second year? Does anybody get that reference? No, nobody got that reference.
Just tell me the reference. I don't want to think so much.
The green spiral notebook from the Waterboy, where the coach stole it from him, and now he sucks and is scared and can't draw plays.
You know what? I could use a water boy on our team right now.
Water sucks.
The high quality H2O in Miami is terrible. It's laced with freaking no sé qué pinga, but it's not good. Anyways, I think it's time to move on. Mark, would you agree?
I mean, I'm good.
Look, Teddy got the reference.
Teddy got it. That a kid. All right, so guys, let's move on.
Right now. So I'm multitasking right now, so I passed over my head.
Yeah, let's move on to our next segment. Let's talk a little fantasy.
Dolphin Chronicles Fantasy Football Players of the Week.
If I had to guess, yep, there he is. Clean shaven Josh Allen? You went with that look?
Of course, I can't make him look good.
Bro, yeah, this guy, crazy. I think he even in some leagues he scored over 40. Just depending on how your scoring system works. But Josh Allen, definitely fantasy player of the week. Kudos to him, bro. It's hard to hate this guy. I hate the team as a whole.
No, stop.
No, wait, let me finish. Let me finish.
Flowers, but it's easy to hate him.
No, it's not. It's easy to hate the Bills because they kick our ass all the time. But it's not easy to hate this guy. He's a good dude. He's a good dude, and he's fucking gifted.
Listen, I don't know him personally, and he's a hell of a quarterback. But don't say it's not easy. It's not easy to hate him. I hate him with all my heart.
No, I hate the Bills. I don't hate Josh Allen. I hate the Bills as a whole.
Josh Allen, the player.
I don't hate Josh Allen.
The person.
You gotta appreciate his game. He doesn't flop out of bounds like Pat Mahomes.
Yes, he does. Stop it. Yes, he does.
Bro, this guy finishes runs and runs over motherfuckers. He does not flop out of bounds.
He sure the hell does flop. And
whether the officials give him the benefit of the doubt or not, he's earned it. But whatever. Good. Hey, moving on. Fantasy player of the week. Great. Good job. Mark, what do you our fantasy player of the week? Of course, this is our lone production.
The only guy that showed up.
Yeah, the only guy that ever shows up is Devon A-Chan. The only guy that ever shows up is the freaking A-Train. 10 touches, 75 yards, 7.5 average for touches. 1 tutty, 4 targets, 16.5 points. He's still a fantasy lock in my book because this is the only guy who can actually thrive in this offense because he's the safety blanket. And now without a Jonnu Smith and without a freaking tight end who's worth a damn, he's still the safety blanket.
Right. I forgot. Credit to Darren Waller. Really, if a team ever asks me, "Hey, get off your ass and come play," and for this amount of money, sure,
right?
I'll do it. You're gonna pay me. Yeah. I'll do it.
There's a history of that with this team, though.
Yeah. People like to go down to Miami and have a good time and just not play. OBJ, Kenny Stills.
But whose fault is that? That's the organization's fault.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. All right, guys. So next segment, without further ado, is the Dodo Play of the Week.
Dolphins Chronicles Dodo Play of the Week.
It's right on the backside of Lucas, and that ball is out.
Did it hit his ass?
Just said the one thing they can't have is a sack, and they get a strip sack fumble to all but end this.
Oh, I thought we were going to go with all of basically every snap that Tua took was going to be the Dodo Plays of the Week. But yeah, this is a good one.
That's on Lenore.
Nope, that's the Dodo Play of the Week.
Dodo Play of the Week. Good choice. What's our next one? The Wow Play of the Week, or what are we calling it?
Yeah. The
wow.
Certified Play of the Week.
The holy cow! What did he do? Play of the Week.
Dolphin Chronicles Play of the Week.
He come from the Dolphins game.
Wow. Is that caught? That's caught. Here they bring it. They go to the end zone. Wow. Was that caught? That's caught.
It's a very nice catch.
What a snag. Wait, look at the close-up.
I think that's Tesla, the rookie, who pulled it down. And that's
Tesla, like the car.
He's got ability. They say incomplete.
Bullshit, watch.
He was barely out, but the catch was an incredible catch. I think he was barely out. Look at this. Let's see.
Wait a minute.
One,
they gave it to him.
Two. His feet were in, but third round.
Tony's wrong again.
Hit outside. First. Are they now on this kid? Look at this. I mean, his catch radius.
Did he catch it? I mean, was it a rule the touchdown? What are we doing?
It was rule the touchdown. Look at the box score.
Some of the catches he made, it's impressive. They're going
Can you fast forward?
He just missed a little too much time.
Fast forward to what?
So his first NFL catch.
I thought you could fast forward.
It's not a catch.
No, good catch. Very good catch. Good throw.
With his right hand.
Right
be honest, Jim, I am still in awe of just
to where they say touchdown, he caught it, so we don't leave the listeners hanging. He did catch this, by the way, guys. This was a touchdown.
If he sticks.
Is it?
Okay.
I wish we had
finds a way to get both feet down. It's a matter whether that possession is considered possession with one hand up in the air when he initially sticks that pass.
Nick Westbrook-Akine's name at all?
We didn't.
Rolling on the field is a touchdown.
Whoa. Oh, Gene. You're off to a hot start.
Good.
I just like it when Romo's wrong, because he thinks he thinks he's like God's gift to the freaking broadcast booth. I mean, he's a nice guy. I met him once at SMU. So Tony, if you're listening, I'm sorry, but you sound a little, condescending in the booth, and you sound like a little bit of a jackass. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that he's not listening. But hey, whatever. Tony gets the ratings, and he's got the contract at CBS, and he's sitting pretty.
You know who doesn't have any of these contracts?
Me.
Us.
Yeah, us. You're right.
Mark might be soon getting a contract, bro.
Mark right now could take Taylor Twellman's spot on ESPN.
I don't want that job. I want
100%.
Mascherano's job.
You want? Oh. He wants the headman job at Inter Miami.
George needs to make a call.
We'd be first in the league right now.
David might need to make a call.
No one needs to make a call. They need to. We'll figure that out.
David, be honest, David. Mascherano sucks. Be honest. Make that part of.
Yeah. All right, guys. So now that we saw that amazing, what?
Go ahead.
Now that we saw that amazing catch by Tesla, don't quote me on the pronunciation, but it sure sounds like Tesla. Let's go to our picks. Let's talk about picks.
Here we go.
The Dolphin Chronicles game picks.
You ain't first. You're last.
Do I get the pick?
Dude, okay, so here's my question.
You didn't make it on this graphic. He had already finished it before he decided to pinch it.
Do you want in on? But if you're in, you're also at risk for the humiliation.
Even if I'm a part-time pinch hitter.
Even if you're a part-time pinch hitter, I'll add. But look, you see, here we go. I want you to see this. That right here is what's going to happen to whoever loses. Right there.
Do I get to pick the team, or it has to be the Jets?
No, you have to be a hated. I mean, I'll let you wear a Josh Allen jersey.
I mean, I'd rather do that than wear a Justin Fields one or like a Garrett Wilson jersey. Get the fuck out of here.
You can wear a Zach Wilson one.
Or a Zach Wilson one from New York?
Yeah.
Or maybe like a Joe Namath one? I mean, if we're gonna go like, hated rivals, let's at least give like a Hall of Famer or something.
Why would we want to give them credit? Milf Hunter or nothing.
I don't know. That's to be determined. TBD on the jersey.
Am I making picks for this week or what?
We are, and I'm gonna post them because Johnny's not here right now. I'm gonna post them tomorrow on our Twitter page.
Okay, so stay tuned for our picks, right? Because we haven't made the picks yet.
Correct, but
all right, Mark. Mark, are you in?
I'll sleep on it.
Mark, no, it's the offer's on the table right now, Mark. Are you in or are you out?
I'm in.
He's in. Let's go.
Okay, all right. So here's what we're gonna do.
Send it in.
I'll let you make 4 picks for the next 3 weeks to make up for that first week you missed.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, so 4 picks for this
Yeah, you gotta send me 4 games. So I'll announce my picks here.
And we can't pick the same team that someone else picks?
You can't pick the same game.
I can't pick the same game.
Right. The only way you can pick the same game is if you go the opposite way.
And who gets first pick of the games?
That wasn't part of the rules, Byron. We didn't discuss that. Do we like rock, paper, scissors to see who picks first or what?
Well, no. Listen, first come, first serve, buddy. And the rule is the person in last place. No, the person in last place picks first.
Can I pick now? Can I pick one team
put your picks in the WhatsApp chat, bro. That's how it's gonna do it. Unless you want to do them live right now, so that people can see them. Mark, you want to do them live right now? We got a little time.
I mean, I'll rip my picks right now. You tell me.
All right, hold on. Go ahead. I got you.
Ravens over the Browns, easy.
Okay. And you can't pick the Ravens again next week. No,
wait.
I'm kidding.
Wait.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Wait,
Ravens over Browns.
Ravens over the Browns.
Okay.
Broncos over the Colts.
You sure the Colts scored on 7 consecutive drives?
Yes, against
You're such
RG.
an instigator.
Rams over the Titans.
That's it. You got one more. Okay, yeah. Rams over Titans.
And Bills over the Jets.
Damn you.
Damn. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to do NFC because you went like no, you got one NFC team on there, right? Rams over who?
No, I got Rams over the Titans.
Rams over the Titans. We'll see what the other matchups are.
Oh, no.
Whoever's playing the Saints, I'm gonna take over the Saints. Who's playing the Saints?
The Niners.
The 49ers.
Yeah, give me the Niners over the Saints.
Okay, but hold on. Because I'm in that space right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just send them in the WhatsApp chat, and we'll post them on the X. Let's leave a little, suspense.
I'll announce mine right now,
bro. That wasn't the plan, bro. We're supposed to
this was gonna be right now.
You know how in radio shows and like podcasts like tease certain things. That's what we're supposed to do. You're ruining the tease. Now you're gonna post your pick on here too. Might as well bring Johnny on. Is he at work? Let's call Johnny. Let's ask, what are you picking, bro?
Why is there no derailment here?
No, bro. Listen, we can't mix segments here in shows.
Okay. That's just
there's no. Listen, derailment is a False Night exclusive.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No. Every show's got its own little thing. Again,
Alex, do you know what the derailment is?
I don't. I don't tune in as often as I should to the False Nine podcast.
On False Nine, we'll talk about Inter Miami, but at the end of the show, I always have a controversial, polarizing, just some random topic, and we start discussing it, and the show just goes on this huge tangent, and it just completely derails the entire show.
Okay, so how do you bring everybody back? How do you reel them back in?
I tend to do that when I stop talking about that.
How do you know you don't lose?
Who cares?
How do you know you don't lose listeners when you guys go off on a freaking tangent?
Because the listeners participate.
Okay. Oh, so you're bringing them into the action. I love it.
Absolutely.
All right. What about this one? We wrapping up, or what's going on here?
Yeah. I mean, unless you guys have something else, our picks was the last segment.
No, let's go over Mark's. Let's go over Mark's picks one more time, and then, like I said, we're gonna announce ours tomorrow on X. I'll shoot them to you on the WhatsApp chat.
Yeah. So we have Mark has the Ravens, Broncos, Rams, and Bills.
Okay. Cool. All right. Right on. Excellent. Cool.
Yeah. So I'll post them, and then I'll add Mark to this graphic here for next week.
Perfect.
Okay, guys. So before we get out of here, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Teddy, Sean, Mark for pinch hitting. You are the man. I love you, brother. We can't appreciate you enough, bro. Like thanks is never enough to Mark, the man, the myth, and the legend. All right. So on that little ticker below there, you know where to find us. You know where to follow us. All right. Tune in next week. All right. For another fantastic episode of the Dolphin Chronicles. Again, before we head out, I want to give a shout out to these guys who do fantastic work. The Dive Bar Pod. Okay. Follow them on Twitter. They're loyal followers to us. I believe they follow me, and I think they follow us too, right?
Not sure, but
I think they do. I think they do, but we're gonna give them a little merch, all right? And I'm not gonna charge them $50, all right? Because my hat's a little cheaper, but we're gonna get it made. We're gonna send it out to you guys.
I just want to remind everybody what the humiliation is. Whoever loses the picks,
they're gonna forget by next week. Just remind them next week.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, love you guys. Tuning out. Find me on X. TX_TSB. Mark, where can they find you, brother?
False Nine Mark, or on the False Nine podcast.
False Nine podcast. Man, this guy's awesome. All right, from the super producer, me, Mark. Peace.